All right, here we go. Hey, ladies.
Hi.
Hey. Oh, it's Katie. Woo-hoo-hoo. Katie, wave hi to the camera, Katie.
Hello. This is In the Closet.
Reviews with Jeff and
Luke.
And we're here today because
Paranormal Activity 3.
we saw it. Paranormal Activity 3 follows the story of a family dealing with a paranormal squatter who makes a lot of noise while trying to get a drink at night and disturbs his family.
And it involves the classical, you could say, maybe cliche, viewpoint of the little girl in the family who has the imaginary friend.
Okay, I think it's on. Remember the rules? Yes. Say Bloody Mary 3 times.
Yeah.
Who is the squatter in question. And eventually, he just becomes a dick and just starts doing all sorts of ghost shit.
He takes the game of house a little too far. It's basically follows the exploits of the dad who finds he sees like in the camera after an earthquake some dust land and it's like floating in the air, so he decides,
Spoiler alert,
like any practical parent, to go out and put a camera in every single room of the house and film it.
Let's get into let's just make that a jumping off point. So it wasn't for, what was it, 30 minutes? We realized there's
34 minutes.
Yeah, there's a reason he has these many cameras.
He has an abundance of cameras, and in his garage a whole bunch of like 1980s editing equipment, because this is a prequel. And it's never explained why he has all of this equipment until 34 minutes into the movie. So if these types of things don't bother you during a movie, like exposition or character background, backstory, or
just development in general.
Yeah, development in general. I don't know if it wants to go deeper or...
Well, I don't think so. The way I look at it, it's just... They just want to scare people. Like, did you ever see the new remake of Freddy Krueger?
No, I did not,
on Elm Street,
actually.
Where they try to make the trailer seem, hey, we might be spicing up this formula. We're going to change something odd. We're going to make him sympathetic.
This won't hurt one little bit.
No, that whole movie was just, oh, what's going to happen? Blah!
Yeah.
What is it going to happen?
We saw this, there was a pretty big crowd in the theater.
Yeah.
We're, early 20s. I think we were the oldest people in there.
They were stringently checking for IDs for some reason. And
yeah, it seemed like the R rating was kind of shoot in, like, they said the F word like 6 times,
yeah,
and...
there was implied backbreaking, maybe? Is backbreaking against... I mean, let's put it on perspective here. If anyone's seen Poltergeist before... Have you seen Poltergeist before?
Yeah, of course.
That's PG. Granted, that was before PG-13 was around.
Yeah, well, I think...
And maybe they weren't quite as... They were more lenient on these films when rating them, but...
Yeah.
For one, they had a more extensive pot-smoking scene in that movie.
Then, we can jackknife into the swan. Twist, turn, and splash.
There was much more gore in that movie. And that was PG. And this is R-rated. And they were enforcing it like a boss. Ooh.
It's akin to like a theme park ride.
Theme park rides have more story. Like it did.
Yeah, a roller coaster has more story arcs.
Yeah. But maybe Vertical Velocity, the big U one, maybe that has less of a story arc. It's got a long line though.
Yeah. The other thing was it was kind of funny. I think we found ourselves laughing more at the movie.
Well, the crowd in general.
Yeah, we weren't the only ones.
Footsteps out.
The crowd, for some reason, the thing is, we went into that thinking, okay, this is our type of movie, and we're not prepared for... Probably not going to be scared by it, but we'll be open to the idea. We'll probably have more fun with it than we will be scared by it, but who cares? The crowd was almost on the level we expected, but at the same time, on our level. So, a lot of them were laughing beforehand, like making fun of the obvious scares, but then they'd get scared anyways.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was supposed to happen, or if they were being hypocritical, or if they just wanted to be scared while laughing about it. I don't know what type of audience this is meant for.
Now, I only saw the first Paranormal Activity in theaters back when it came out.
I saw it first and half of the second.
I think the Swivel Fan was possibly the worst introduction into this franchise ever, because if it's like a security camera going back and forth type of thing, and it's like
maybe that's who this is.
You're watching empty space over here, and then you're watching someone over here, and then something's over here, and then this person's over here, and then you go back and it's gone. This happens like 20 minutes of the movie is on this fan.
Maybe that's who this movie is aimed at. Security guards. Maybe this sort of crap just makes them go crazy.
I mean, there were some genuinely inventive scenes, but I felt like it could have gone a lot farther as far as like missed opportunities to be more genuinely creepy than just stuff jumping out at you. I thought there's one scene in particular where the kitchen falls. That's cool.
Which I was in the bathroom for.
Yeah, you're in the bathroom.
I have a bad tendency of doing that. Forgive me for running off on a tangent here, but that happened with Drive. There's a scene.
He left to Drive right after, right when Christina Hendricks' character enters the bathroom. He goes to the bathroom.
Because he's getting on the phone. This is going to be exposition. I can be filled in on this. I won't lose. There's tension there that you can be explained. I leave. I come back in to Ryan Reynolds' face covered in blood, going like this.
And then
I sit down.
What did I miss? Would you recommend Paranormal Activity 3 to anyone? I mean, everyone who I would normally recommend it to already saw it, and they said they didn't like it, so...
I'd be afraid to recommend it to anybody, only because to people who are really into well-structured, plot-developed movies with excellent characters, you may not be too satisfied. If you like the bad, scary type of movies and you laugh at them, maybe to them.
I mean, this isn't like a bad... I mean, it's not like a good horror... We're not saying horror movies are bad.
But I wouldn't even recommend it to the normal, to people who enjoy these types of movies, because then I'd feel like a jerk. Like, oh yeah, go see this movie so you can get your crap scared out of you. Because then they're gonna yell at you like, why did you do that? I didn't like getting the crap scared out of me, even though that's what they live for. It's confusing. Yeah,
it's a little too boring to be recommended as a it's so bad it's good type movie, and it's not really good enough. I mean, plot wise, there really isn't anything there. It's kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure, like, how much do you want to read into certain things? Like, apparently there's a cult, and...
Which, I didn't get that at all.
I didn't get it at all, either. I don't know. I mean, that's... How would you sum this up?
Paranormal Activity isn't full of much activity.
Yeah, there really isn't a whole lot of activity.
It's abnormal. We'll see you next time
when we review a movie. What's coming out next week?
Whatever we see.
Oh, that new
Johnny English?
No, Fear and Loathing 2.
Oh yeah, we'll see that. That's
sweet.
We'll see how Johnny Depp became an alcoholic.